Hello, my slimes. Back again with another mid lane commentary. Today we're gonna be playing Ahri mid lane in what appears to be around like gold plat MMR on NA. So Ahri recently is actually not that great of a champion, mostly just because the meta has kind of put her up against a lot of harder matchups, and she, generally speaking, does not like playing against the more bruisery champions, right? The AD carry she has to go against, not very nice for her either. She, generally speaking, wants to go against a lot of squishy champions, and a lot of what's being played in the jungle right now is stuff like Maokai, Vi, Sejuani, stuff that makes it very hard for Ahri to dive in. She also just doesn't really have the necessary damage at the moment either to really make up for the fact that you usually want to play with an engaged jungler, right? Usually junglers aren't going to be playing damage champions, so there has to be some sort of damage coming from the middle lane, unless you're playing a more carry jungler, which you can in terms of something like a Kindred or a Graves. Then you can maybe play Ahri mid lane, but then do you really want to play Ahri when you have a Graves and a Kindred jungle? Probably not. You probably have better champions to play mid lane. But yeah, that is my little rant about Ahri. I still think she's perfectly viable in solo queue. Why? Because she pushes the wave and she roams, and that's how you win in solo queue. You don't win in solo queue by having a 10 CS advantage in mid lane. Does not matter. Does not matter at all. You win in solo queue by making the enemy bot lane go 0-20, right? So that's going to be the goal this game as well. Level 1, we're just going to try to match the push. Can't really harass him that easily. I want to kill these 3 minions as quickly as possible. So I will have a timer where I can hit the Corki. Sucks, I missed this minion. I will go for some harass on him. There we go. Could have maybe landed one more auto attack on him, but this is still good for me. Means I will get to kill all of these minions, which is then going to allow me to have another harass timer on the Corki, which is obviously very important. He did start tier, which is generally speaking on Corki considered a bit of a sin, as far as I'm aware. Okay, nice. Another nice trade on him. Now we just step back. We continue last hitting. Get our level 2. He hit level 2 as well. He's going to go for this minion. Maybe we can sniper Q on him there. Nope, absolutely not. That was a little bit higher HP, or he lasted that a little bit higher HP than anticipated. We're just gonna continue last hitting our minions. Speaking and last hitting is pretty difficult, as it would appear, but it's fine. We're just gonna sit back, last hit for a bit. Maybe look for a Q. That was a bit of an optimistic Q, let's be honest. But I had full mana, so I figured it wouldn't be that bad. I think I can get away with shoving this wave. I don't think it's awful. Oh my god, not the Canone. I think I can get away with shoving his wave because Corki might struggle with last hitting under tower. And I can look for a charm on him. Unfortunately, I missed, which kind of sucks. I can go for a ward. Kayn is actually bot lane. He did 3 camps into bot, it looks like. Did he do our red? No, he didn't. He just did 3 camps into bot lane. He's going to look to come mid lane then. The wave is going to be bouncing back into me. Either that or he's going to look to do blue buff. I'm actually going to go for a ward right here, just so I know if he's coming mid lane. Just going to ward right here. I love this ward a lot, as many of you might know. Wave is going to bounce back into me. This is going to spot if Kayn comes, which is nice. Dude, can I just last it? Oh my god, please, man. Corki is playing TP. Gonna look for a little Q on him here, and then just step back. Ideally, I want to thin out this wave, because what Corki should do here is he should just auto the wave a lot, and then try to get a reset. I want to try to prevent him from doing that. So I'm gonna auto the wave a lot. We see the Kayn here as well. He's on Scuttle Crab. I'm still gonna auto the wave a lot, try to prevent the Corki from crashing. Corki wants to crash. I don't want to let him. Ideally, I want to look for some harass as well on the Corki when he goes for this minion. He should be forced to Q this, I think. Dude, can I just last it properly for 2 seconds, man? Okay, we landed the Q on him. It's kind of good enough. I can step back now, focus on my last hits again. I should be spacing into him a lot more. I think I have considerably higher damage than him here. So that's what I'm going to do. Just space into him, proc my Execute, and then walk back. Maybe I can get him to pop some potions. Okay, cannon. We got it this time. That's what matters. Oh my god, can I like last it though? Gonna look for an E on him here. Oh, nice. Looks like that's a Zyra in my lane. I mean, I don't think I die here, but I do think I should be running. Okay, yeah, there's just a Zyra in mid lane. That's chill, I suppose. I love that. I don't know if I do, though. I could look for an E-flash on the Corki. Pretty confident the Corki is just gonna flash it, though. Please don't take the minions, please don't take the minions, please don't take the minions, please don't take the minions. Thank you. Don't think he was needed to help me push out either, but sure. I don't mind it. Corki is 6 CS down. We should both be taking resets here. If I see Corki is not resetting, I will cancel my recall. Okay, I will cancel it. That's fine. I can pop my potion and continue playing if I want to. He should still look for a crash here and try to get out of this lane state. I'm gonna look for a kill on him. I want to wait until I have enough mana for my full combo. Ideally. I'm probably gonna Chomp Flash him, if possible. If he lines himself up for it. I think I have enough damage. Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Good kill. Oh, that's a cannon wave. This feels pretty bad, because ideally I want to let the wave bounce back into me, right? But Corki actually pushes very quickly. So I think I'm gonna try to just thin it, leave it slow pushing into Corki, and then just leave. He's gonna teleport back to the lane, right? I don't think I can get all these minions safely. Maybe I can. There we go. Just leave now. If he's good, he's gonna walk up and try to cancel me. I'll walk really far back, just in case he's actually competent enough to do so. I'm gonna drop a wave for this, but it's completely fine, right? I've managed to find a solo kill. I just paid attention to how low HP Corki was, right? Gonna just pick up Lost Chapter, refillable, and then run straight back to lane. Spam W on the way back to lane, just so you get there a little bit faster. The mana doesn't really matter that much, especially not when you have Lost Chapter, right? Getting back to lane is a little bit more important. Looks like everyone is losing on the map. Huh. I should probably play Ludens this game. Just allow me to have a little bit more damage. I can actually one-shot targets then. With Everfrost, it's a little bit hard to one-shot targets now. Yeah, Ludens is not bad. Everfrost is more setup. I think setup I could get away with as well, just because I have a lot of damage in my top lane and in my jungle, right? Which means that setup could be fine as well, just to get resets for Viego. I think you could argue for both sides. I want to start looking for some combos on him here. I want to push next wave and then potentially look for a roam. Gonna just queue it like this, just to make it so I can push the next wave a little bit faster. And then I want to look for my roam. I mean, he can hit me all he wants to. I plan on leaving the lane anyway. Oh, that managed to hit me as well. Obviously, I don't want to get hit by these spells, but you know, sometimes you don't really have options. Gonna just hover the bot side here. Oh, okay. Hello, Kane. Syra again, man. I just have to leave then. Bruh. How annoying is that? I feel like... Okay, so Syra has been mid lane twice and we're still losing bot lane? I have to just recall here. I have to just take the loss, which sucks. I mean, sometimes... sometimes there are just 3 people mid lane. I'm gonna buy a pink ward now, actually, to try to prevent this from happening. Because me having to blow my ult on a roam is obviously not good. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad, just because it means I can't really do a whole lot, right? It means that I have not 80 seconds where I can't do anything now. But hopefully it allows my bot lane some breathing room to get back into the game. But I'm not too hopeful. Well, I mean, I doubt it's actually gonna matter anything, because bot lane isn't gonna be able to punish it anyway. Syra is gonna be permanently playing mid lane, and it's gonna suck for me. But like, what can I do, right? Maybe I can go for a pink ward here, grab a ward here as well. Now I at least have good vision on the bot side, so I will see if she comes mid. So I'm not gonna run into the bush and just get chunked out. Okay, so this is very clearly warded. Just gonna try to dodge his rockets. Big one now. Don't want to stand too close to the minions. Just gonna push it out. He still has the big one. He's probably gonna want to use that to push the wave. No, he just used it to try to kill me. Or to try to hit me. I could space inwards here. We see Kane here. Syra could be running towards mid lane as well. I can't really roam yet because my ult is on cooldown. The roam timer is gonna be on the next wave. Actually, I lost that plate. I kind of wasn't paying attention. But the roam timer is going to be on this wave, because this is when I have my ult up again, right? So this is going to be the roam timer. There we go. I think I'm going to just run straight bot side. We have a wave stacking up as well. Looks like we're making a play on the top side. Hopefully it works out. I'm just going to fog here. I'm not actually going to run bot lane yet, just because if the enemy bot lane doesn't show, it's kind of useless that I'm already running down there. And now I can return to mid lane. Looks like the play actually would have worked out if I just ran straight down. That kind of sucks, but you know, it could have been that the enemy bot lane knew as well, right? I'm in position mid lane now to push the wave out again and then look for a roam. So I will do that. How's bot lane looking? The wave is stacking up. I think we can probably dive it. Gonna fake walk topside and then immediately run back to bot side. But this might be warded actually. Yeah, the ward is dead though, which means I might be able to get this roam off. This is a cannon wave as well, which means it's gonna take quite a while for the enemy to push it in. But yeah, enemy bot lane is just gonna be too far back, right? Yeah, they are. I will still just fog like this and then run back to mid lane. Yeah, this roam... hard to make work, it feels like. I could be playing way more 1v1 oriented mid lane, like this, right? Why I just walk up. I mean, I denied Corki the cannon, which is nice, I suppose. Please don't steal my XP, man, please. I don't understand. You've stolen my XP twice now. Like, what is the point? I don't get it, man. Like, what? You're not doing anything for me. Corki is completely out of mana as well. Well, not completely, but he's mostly out of mana as well, which is good for me. I could start playing way more 1v1 oriented and try to just kill him in the lane, but that's usually not how you want to play the Ahri. Caitlyn is on her own in bot lane, so I'm actually going to roam down here. Corki is going to get a reset for free for that. Maybe I can help turn this. Ping that we need help. A good flash by that guy. Gonna look for the Caitlyn next. Ult out. Nice. Don't know where Corki is. I will just leave. I will just recall here. Corki has package up. I have a lot of gold as well. I think I want to try the Luden setup, just to go for full burst one-shot. Yeah, I mean, that play worked out quite well. It was good flash by the Kayn, to be honest. It was very well played by him. We're just gonna run back to mid lane. And, yeah, we're gonna run straight back to mid lane. And now we have around 90 or 60 seconds where we're not going to be doing anything. We're probably just going to be maybe trying to play the 1v1 with Corki, but mostly we're just going to be pushing in waves and trying to get vision control in the enemy jungle. Ping that Corki is here. He's going to clear our pink ward. That feels a little bit bad, but what can you do about it, right? Maybe I can deny him the plate. Nice, that's good. Good enough. Wait, he's not taking my pink ward. Well, that's really, really good for me. I will look to shove out the next wave. Just Q the melees and then Q the entire wave afterwards. QW, and then just leave. Gonna hover bot side. Again, I'm probably just gonna take this ward and then do nothing else. Take this ward, place a ward here, and then run back to mid lane, look to shove out the next wave. Gonna walk the save way, because Corki could have already taken this bush, and I don't want to take unnecessary damage. Roam timer is gonna be on the next wave, ideally, because that's when we're gonna have ult up again. I think I can force whichever play I want to on the bot side, to be honest. Just because of how strong I am, I have my full item, and I'm pretty sure Caitlyn used her heal right. I don't know if she exactly flashed. I will look for a little bit of damage on the Corki though, just to make it awkward for him. Looks like there's a play being made on the bot side. I don't think it would have mattered if I ran down there. It would absolutely not have mattered. That kind of feels a bit bad. I would have liked to make that roam happen, but they just died one wave too fast, or too quickly. Corki is now TPing with package as well. I mean, if he wants to package to blow my ult, I don't mind that. That's completely fine with me. I could ult on him to try to get his package, actually. It's not a bad idea. Because he can't regular W, right? It's not a bad shout, I don't think. Nah, he dodged. I mean, this play is terrible. Yeah, okay, well, we got his package. We can look to play it now, actually. Looking for enemy backline. Gonna look for the Corki here. Nice. Works out really well. Yeah, so the Corki used his package really, really poorly there. And then I just managed to find a charm on either Caitlyn or... As long as I just find a charm on either Caitlyn or Syra there, they're dead. Like, I have a lot of damage at this point because I have my Ludens finished, right? So I have enough damage, and I just need to set up for one reset for Viego, and then he should be able to take over the fight as well. Like, both of us are resetting, right? Which is pretty crazy. Just gonna shove out this wave and then look for my reset. I can probably just look to go... realistically speaking, I should be going boots into Shadowflame, right? But the inner devil in me kind of wants to build Medjais, but you know, I'm gonna restrain myself for now, and then look to build it on the next reset. Boots is also very, very good for roaming, obviously. Just, yeah, makes you run faster, right? And it also gives you quite a lot of damage. Medjais also does give you movement speed, which is nice, but do you really need the movement speed? Or is it better than boots? Probably not, right? And it don't think it gives you more damage than boots either. That's also why I'm going boots. But it feels very fun to stack Magi's, right? Yeah, it's a cool book. Like, you get to read some pages, you know? It's pretty cool. But, yeah. I don't think there's that much more to it. I'm just gonna look to shove out the next wave, perhaps. Maybe we can go for a play on the... No, there's nothing to be done bot side. We'll just keep pushing mid lane. I mean, eventually the enemy team is gonna crack and I'm gonna find free kills. Looks like the enemy bot lane is top side, so I'll probably look to run up here. Just shove out the wave. Caitlyn is not gonna reset, or what? I don't kill that guy. That's the one guy I don't kill. Well, him and Cassante. Maybe I can kill this. Dodge the rockets. Playing Minesweeper base. Well, not Minesweeper. What is this game? Dodgeball. There it is. Wait, okay. Wait. Fuck. I was distracted by my Sivir running mid lane. I was like, nah, surely Sivir is not going mid lane. I think she should, to be fair. I don't think it's bad. I think Sivir going mid lane is completely reasonable. And then I should be going top lane, ideally, instead of bot lane. But, you know, maybe there's a play to be made here. Tracking the Syra. We want to look for the Syra. Gonna ult over the wall and look for her. Hello. Good night. And then I'm just gonna run back to bot lane. Straight back to bot lane. Nothing for me to do in the mid lane. I have no ult. My champion is 10 times more useless. Right, like you kind of need ult on Ahri to be able to do a whole lot. Because it's the main way you get out of fights as well. Right, like the way you play fights on Ahri is usually like you ult in, deal your damage, ult out, and then you wait for your cooldowns, and then you ult in again. Can just hit this tower for fun though. Problem is if Kayn comes down here, he probably actually murders me. Just because I have nothing, right? Like, it's not like I have DPS to kill the Kayn. And it's not like I can kite him that easily either. Like, I can just get run down by most champions. I think even this guy kills me. I have to just leave the cannon. Especially because the Kayn could be running straight bot lane as well. And there we see the Syra too. Two options here. Either I reset or I try to trap the Syra. I think resetting is a tiny bit better just because I can get Magi's and because I'm low on mana. I could look to just sit here and trap the Syra when she walks down like this. If I find a kill on her, obviously it's very cool, but I don't even know, even if I get the kill, that it's worth it to blow my ult for it. So instead I'm just going to recall, get my Magi's, run back to bot lane, look to take control over the river and look to trap the enemy jungle like this, or look for a flank on the mid lane. So this part of the game, very, very instructive as to how to snowball on Ahri, right? Very, very instructive as to what to do to actually get your advantages. So now, like, people can usually, well, they can't usually get to this exact point, but they usually get to this point, right? They have an advantage, right? You're starting to side lane. Okay, now how do we snowball this advantage? Well, generally speaking, the plan is going to be create a move timer for yourself in the side lane. Now, how ironic would it be if I just immediately died here? But, generally speaking, you want to push out the side wave like this. Like so. Then you move into the enemy jungle. You sweep the enemy jungle like this. Take all the vision. Make sure that the enemy doesn't have any wards. And now you have options. So I'm seeing that Syra is actually running up here. I found the Syra. Now, was this the correct way of doing? Okay, looks like Sivir is recalling, so I will actually just go back to mid lane, look to push out the wave. Again, I don't have my ult, so my champion is pretty useless, so I will just look to take this mid lane tower instead and feel a bit good about myself. Boom, there we go, mid lane tower secured. Could look to flash charm the Kayn. Maybe I can look for the Caitlyn if she steps in. There we go, she should die. Does the ricochet kill her? Oh, dude, the ricochet killed her! Oh my god. What a disaster. She's pissed. She's absolutely pissed. Kayn, like, unintentionally killed her. Just gonna look to push out the wave, grab the cannon, and then look for reset. But yeah, that's the main idea, right? I'm gonna look to push out the side lane. I'm gonna see if I can find anyone in the enemy jungle. And if I'm not in the enemy jungle, if I get to walk up to the enemy mid lane for free, I can look to find a pick on them. Gonna sell my this to buy this and this. Gonna move into Shadow Flame next, just to have the highest amount of damage possible. Looks like Sivir is running bot lane. Sivir should not be running bot lane. But, okay. Another instructive time, right? Another instructive moment. If you do not have mid control and you're trying to contest the Drake, move through bot side. Less angles where you can get flanked from. Moving through here, the enemy team could already be behind you here, right? You don't know. But if you're moving through bot side, there are no angles you can really get flanked from that easily. Oh, my charm missed. That sucks. Now Kayn is just being very obnoxious. He could actually kill me as well. Oh, he had ult. I missed. I might be dead regardless. I think I am dead regardless, actually. No, I live. That's nice. I mean, my Jax is just taking the top lane inhib, which is cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I missed the Chamon Kane. I'm pretty sure if I hit the Chamon Kane, he just dies on the spot. So, you know, that's kind of on me. But yeah. Idea still goes, if you push through this area together, right, it's a lot harder for the enemy team to contain you down here. Because they can't flank you as easily if you run like this, right? Like, the flanking angles from bot side here are a lot worse than the flanking angles from this spot, right? So it's a lot easier to take this area than it is to take this area if the enemy team is already controlling the area. You'll see this being done a lot in pro play as well, especially in LPL and LCK. It's actually there I learned it from. It's very, very cool. And it makes a lot of sense. Gonna pink ward this and see if I can sneak into this bush. I think that minion might have spotted me. It's gonna wait for my ult. Actually, maybe I can just charm her. Yeah, I don't know if I had to ult, but I did anyway, just to make sure. Just to be sure. We'll just leave now. Push out the side lane. Got the kill. Leave some room for my teammates. I think Jax is gonna want to go bot lane, so I will actually just recall and go probably around mid lane. I'll just run mid lane. I mean, we can start looking to take side lane towers. Jax should be running bot lane to try to take this tower. Yeah, good. He understands. There's no reason for me to be bot lane then, right? That was why I reset as well. Because there's no reason for me to be there anymore because Jax is going to go there. I could run top side. But I think pushing out through mid lane and then taking the enemy's jungle is going to be a lot more valuable. Like this. I don't have ult though, so it's kind of hard for me to just run in and face check, right? But I will check with my Q. And then sweep. And now just take this bush. I don't think we kill this guy necessarily, but we do deal a pretty decent chunk on him. Now it's time to go back to push out another mid wave. And then it's back into the jungle. This is an angle. Nice. Caitlyn stepped up a little bit too far. Love that. Okay, we got Corki Flash as well. Still have one more dash, but it's gonna run out too fast. I think we have to leave now. Jax is pushing bot lane. So we just leave. Not a lot for us to do here. I can go for my reset. Problem is we're going on reset now while Jax is pressuring bot side, which means that this pressure actually means nothing because we have to leave. So now Jax has to leave as well, because otherwise the enemy team can send 4 people bot lane and he's just gonna die. And we're not gonna be able to trade it for anything. It looks like there's a Corki in the top lane collecting super minions, and it looks like there's a Kayn in the mid lane, so Jax actually gets away with murder here. So that leads you to wonder, right? Was it really worth it for me to kill the Caitlyn and then do absolutely nothing afterwards? Probably not, actually. But then again, should I just let the Caitlyn live, right? Like, that also feels very weird. So I'm not entirely sure what the actual correct play here is. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweep this area again. There was a trap in here. There's not a trap in here anymore. I'm gonna wait for my ult. I'm gonna try to get behind the enemy mid lane here. Maybe I can catch someone. I mean, the problem is I don't know if I catch that guy, but it looks like we're fighting, so I will go for a flank here. Push out the mid wave. Look to run down. Maybe I can take level 15 while I'm at it. Yeah, I mean, Corki can poke me all that he wants to. I'm gonna join the fight regardless. Good night. Good night to you two. And good night to you two. And good night to you two. Good night to all of them. It's like, I'm just running around collecting free kills, man. They're all just little gold pockets, you know? All little pockets of gold. It's just too easy. GG. 13-0, eh? What is this Viego build? It's crit Viego? Yeah, intriguing in a manner. But yeah, this was I think this was a very instructive game as to how to at least snowball your advantage on Ahri and how to carry solo queue at the very least at lower MMR levels. This is around gold, right? But it's not like you have to go for these solo kills in lane. You just get to this point where you one-shot the wave and then you just one-shot the wave and you start fogging. And you start, eventually you find a kill. Eventually you will find a kill. But you don't have to try to force it if there is none. It's okay to just push out the wave, sit in fog of war, and then run back to mid lane to collect the next wave, and then repeat, right? Eventually they're gonna crack, right? In solo queue at least. In comp, a little bit different. But yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and have a good one. See ya. Bye bye. Bye bye.